Hey everybody out there. So today I am here just to bring you guys another update about what's going on. If you saw one of the last videos, I talked about how we're making some changes around here. We need to change up our setup, and that's what's cool about this whole truck camper thing is it's like a turtle shell concept. We can change the truck or change the camper without changing our build, because we really wouldn't want to change this build if we didn't have to. Not that we kind of stripped it out more than added stuff. But it's still kind of personal stuff, and it just feels like home. But if we ever do need to change the camper, it's an option out there too. So those of you that have been following along, you know the whole story, you know how we are. But if you're new, yeah, we live in here. This is our home, this little truck camper space. And it's awesome, and it's actually a mansion compared to our SUV we lived in not long ago. And we love it. And we love the fact that, yeah, we can change up the truck without changing the camper. And that's what we've been working on now. So that's the update for today, guys. I told you last time that we need to change the truck for multiple reasons. Part of this is a money-saving tactic in the long run. The truck we have now has done pretty well in terms of, the things that we needed it to do and places we needed to go. But it's also got some features that we really didn't need, but at the time that was the truck that was available, and that's what we got, and it's done well. But we did have some issues, and like I said, it also had some features that we don't need. And what we're thinking is about looking for something that is a really stripped down truck. Like we've been looking at things like work trucks now, and stuff that just doesn't have all the extra features like screens, and I don't know, they have chrome and leather seats and all these appearance things and whatever. It's just a lot of, features that it's fine if someone else wants it, we don't need them. We just need function. We need the truck to hold the weight and then get us where we need to be. So pretty much the off-road capability and the being able to hold the weight is what we need. And since I have the lovely habit of accumulating things like rocks and dogs, and I don't plan on stopping that anytime soon, there's a lot of dogs that need saving, so I'm really happy to give them this awesome life because I know our dogs love it. And they weigh, it adds weight to our setup. So we really are still pretty lightweight in the scheme of, I think, a lot of other people's setups. We are pretty low weight. We've stripped out this camper of all the things that were heavy. You can watch videos on that where we changed the fridge and we tore out the heater and we tore out some of that stuff. May or may not have worked. We didn't really want to mess with it. This was an older camper, and we didn't really care. So, because we didn't need it. So if it didn't, oh well, we got a really cheap price on the camper and we tore it all out for weight and we didn't need it purposes. So yeah, and then instead though I traded off for like rocks and dogs and stuff. So, but it's not too heavy. But the point is we're like maybe borderline, and we'd like to get a little bit more of payload or hauling capacity in our truck. So we're thinking, for all those reasons, we just had to sit down and talk and really think this through. And it's been kind of, I don't know, it's hard to think about. It's nerve-wracking, and it's money stuff and truck stuff and having to change things, and it's already been a long enough year as it is. So I'm sitting here growlingly going over a list and writing all the trucks I find down and the prices and all their specs and calling and talking to people about it. It's just not fun at all. I've talked to private sellers and dealerships and trying to just gather information too, but it seems like a lot of the salespeople that I have to talk to don't really know what payload is. So that's been a fun one. So yeah, I've been trying to figure, because none of the places that you look online actually post that. They'll post all the features. They'll post, what color is the part of the seat, and what, whether or not it can take you to Mars and back. But payload, you're not getting that info online. So it's frustrating because I have to call for every single one of them just to find out the payload, and normally just to find out that the payload won't cut it. But the cool thing is we kind of verify that we can make fine with a half-ton still because our weight is still pretty low. But like Ford F-150s have a payload package option, which the payload ends up being around 2,000, and that would be fantastic for us. So give or take, it depends on the truck. But I'm thinking that's the route we could go, is doing something like that, like an F-150 with a payload package. But maybe we can find like an old, or maybe not too old, because that's the other fun thing, miles versus, something reliable. Because in our case, we're buying we're just not just car shopping, we're buying like our house and car in the same day, which makes this all the more fun and nerve-wracking. But yeah, it's it's different because it's our house. So it's like you want to save money, but you really need it to be reliable. Obviously, we can't be being stranded or having issues, even if it's a quick fix. We're not in a city for a quick fix. It's a pain to have to drive 2 hours to get to the city to change a sensor. Which it happens, I know it will happen, but we just need something pretty reliable. So that's kind of the debate, and what we're trying to work out here is cost versus miles versus reliability versus kind of, handle the weight and all this stuff. But other than that, we need like nothing else. We just need it to be off-road capable and to be able to hold the weight. So that's what we're looking at, and I'm thinking some company or something maybe that has these work trucks I see that are pretty stripped down versions. They're a lot cheaper because they don't have all those features. So I think that would work out really well for us. I just have to find one, and now I'm like looking across the country. So the challenge of doing what we're doing is we have to line up buyer for our old truck and the new truck that we want, and it has to be like within the same vicinity. That's the difference between like car buying when you live like this and you don't have an actual home base versus having a home base and having somewhere to like drop our camper and figure everything out and have time. It's a little challenging. So we're trying to line that up. It's not easy. And actually, we have some people that have written us an interest in our truck, which is great. That's a big piece of this. But now we have to find a truck within their vicinity, and I don't see any yet. So all the ones I'm finding are like in the weirdest places around the country. But I need to be patient, although we also need to hurry. So my point is, the update is, I think something's going to happen probably very soon because we have to make it happen. It's just, we're probably going to have to make some crazy trips or something to make it. I'm not sure. But that's the update for now. I'll leave you guys with that instead of blabbering about something that's probably pretty boring. But that's what we're working on, and you might be seeing a new little setup for us soon. And I'm sure we'll share that with you soon. So I will be busy calculating numbers and crunching numbers and thinking and all that fun stuff here for the foreseeable near future. We have to be in service for me to do this, which means kind of a different location, but it's not so bad. Looks like the country's about to get some weird weather, so we gotta actually figure this out pretty fast. I'm gonna get to work. Just wanted to give you guys an update. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.